Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements, and today I have a very exciting video for you all. You might have heard me mention on my previous video where I picked up my dream car, which was the Audi R8. By the way, if you haven't watched that video, go onto my channel now and give it a watch. But you might have heard me mention that I'm going to be doing a lot of exciting projects throughout this year. So 2021 is going to be a year just basically dedicated to doing some exciting products such as opening up shops, investing in property. Now, for those who are subscribed and follow my YouTube channel, you'll know that at the moment my main focus is in trading. It always has been with the daily analysis videos, trading vlogs. But what I'm wanting to do now from the future is also film a lot of my side projects. So you might have heard me mention in my previous video that me and my girlfriend are currently in the process of opening up a beauty salon. And exciting news is that yesterday we picked up the keys to our shop. I'm currently stood in our shop right now, and this whole video I just wanted to basically give you a tour of what it looks like now, because obviously it's kind of like a blank canvas left over from the previous shop owner who owned it. It used to be a jewelry shop, so it needs a lot of work done to it. So I thought it would be really good just to do a video today showing you what the shop currently looks like, and then do another video in about a month's time. So today is the 14th of October. We just picked up the keys, as I mentioned, and we're hoping to open the shop at roughly around the 30th of November. So that gives us roughly 5 weeks until we open our doors to customers. So the whole purpose of this video is just to give you a tour of the shop, what it currently looks like, just so that you can see the amount of work that's going to have to be put in to get this beauty salon up and running. So as you all probably know, back in March, the stock market plummeted roughly 30%. That's all of the indices, that's the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, which then offered a great opportunity to make money. You know, that was a great dip to buy. It was a discount in some of the bigger stocks out there, the likes of Apple, the likes of Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Netflix, you name it. Some of the biggest companies in the world had a 30% discount. And I was just one of those lucky people who took the opportunity which was in front of me, and I bought these stocks at a discount. And now, as you all probably know, the stock market is trading back at all-time highs. I made an absolute killing this past quarter. In fact, it was my best ever quarter trading. And then back at the start of September, the stock market had a 10% correction, and it caught me off guard. And you know, I did lose quite a lot of money, but you know, since March, year over year, I'm still trading heavily in profit. So that correction in the stock market made me have, you know, a step back to kind of have another look at my portfolio. And I've decided, you know, that all my eggs were in one basket. I was trading on a high leverage trading account with all of my money in one basket. So what I decided to do was to actually take money from my high leverage trading account and then buy non-leveraged shares. So it's very simple to do this. I use Revolut. It's a very simple app. I'm sure most of you know it. It's an e-bank. They have a service where you can buy and sell shares on a non-leveraged market, and it's free. Literally, that's right, it's free. There's no transaction costs. So what I was doing when I was making a good amount of profit on my high leverage trading account, I was then taking funds from that account and putting it into my Revolut. Soon enough, I built up a couple of 100,000 on my Revolut account, and now I'm in the process now of using those funds to then invest into projects. So that's exactly what this is right here. This beauty salon is one of those projects. It's my first ever project. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, Max, what was the purpose of transferring money from your high leverage account to your non-leveraged stock account? And the reason is because, you know, back in March, that's a great example, the likes of Apple, the likes of Google, their stocks plummeted 30%. And I can assure you that almost 90% of retail traders who are trading on a on a high leveraged account would have lost significant amounts of money, and most probably blown their whole trading account. You know, when you're trading with such high leverage and you have huge movements like that, you know, I think there was some days when indices were down 10%. And, you know, these high leverage accounts, they're just not suitable for those type of market conditions. So I can assure you that 90% of retail traders would have blown their whole entire accounts. So I've done very well. You know, I use leverage to my advantage on my high leveraged account back in March. I've made a huge sum of money, and now I've taken that money, I've transferred it into my non-leveraged account. So this means, you know, if Apple was to have a 30% decline, because those are the type of companies that I'm investing in my non-leveraged stock account, it's the likes of Apple, the likes of Google, the likes of Tesla, the likes of Microsoft, you know, these are companies which I believe will still be here in 10 years time, you know. So even if they do decline 30%, let's say next week, I'm pretty confident that, in a year or 2 years time, those shares will be back at all-time highs. So, that account is more of a medium to long-term account, but I will be dipping my fingers into that account to take money out for projects like this, which is the beauty salon, which I'm standing in now. So one of the main purposes for opening this beauty salon is to get a fixed income. Of course, trading to a bank isn't considered as fixed income. If you're wanting to get a mortgage on a property, they won't accept trading income because it's extremely volatile, right? One month you might be having a great month, the next month you might lose a ton of money. So I needed to think of a way to use my funds from my high leveraged and non-leveraged trading account and invest it into a project which would then offer me and my girlfriend a secure income, so that in a year or 2 years time, a bank would then actually take us and give us a mortgage. Because paying via deposit on a house, that's not a issue. I could easily use my large cash pile to do that, and I could easily buy out a property outright now, but that wouldn't be a very smart thing to do. I would much rather take the money from my high leveraged and non-leveraged trading account, invest it into a project, and then use those cash flows as a proof of fixed income towards a bank, and then they will then give us a mortgage on let's say a flat, and then we could then rent that out, and it just increases our cash. And in the future, I'm talking 1 or 2 years down the line, property is definitely an investment which I want to be part of. I want to have a huge portfolio in a property. So I guess the journey starts here. What I'm going to do now is give you a tour of the shop that we've bought. As I mentioned before, it's just a white canvas, so it's empty at the moment. We need to paint the walls, paint the outside of the shop as well. We're going to put a new flooring in. So it's going to be a really exciting journey, and I thought I would just document it. So if you do want to see the progress of this shop, then do give this channel a subscribe and a like. So this is the shop from the outside. As you can see, it's got a really nice high level, which is just some flats above the shop, and then that is the outside of the shop, and we just want to paint all of the purple into white, and obviously the door frame's already white, but we're just going to go over that with a white paint. But yeah, really happy with the outside of the shop. So here is the shop. This is the main shop space. Of course, we have the doors here, which is a double door. We're going to have the front desk here, and we're also going to get a stud wall to kind of just give some privacy towards the back end of the shop. Moving over to here, this is where the 2 main front windows are. This section we're going to be using for nails, and then going on to this wall here, we're going to have a nice mirror. This is where the makeup is going to be done. And then, as you can see, it's marked out on the wall here, but we're going to have another stud wall here, which is going to create a second room. And this is where we're going to have massages done. And of course, we just need to rip this hideous wallpaper, which was left by the previous shop owner. We're going to have to be painting all of the walls around the shop. We're going to be painting the outside of the shop white. And shortly, I'm just going to take you outside the shop so you can see what it looks like from the front. But going into this room here, this is where the girls' kitchen is going to be. Needs a lot of work. We're going to rip the floor up. This all needs taken out. Paint all of the walls, get them what they need, and then through here is a little toilet area. If you're trying to film that. So lots of work needs doing. So we've got 5 weeks to do it all. Well, of course, this floor is going to be all brought up, and we're going to have a brand new flooring in as well. So lots of work needs to be done, but I'm confident that me and my girlfriend will get it done. And there you go, guys. That is the shop. I hope you enjoyed the little tour that I just gave you there. As you can see, there's lots of work that needs to be done to get it up to our standards and open it as a beauty salon in about 5 weeks' time. Which means I need to sadly get off the camera, otherwise my girlfriend's going to kill me. So if you want to see the transformation and the progress on the shop, definitely give this channel a subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, guys.